Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, and Jerry Keyser.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report. You got two of the three, at least. Scott Hammer here, as well as Ron Miller. You just got connected, as a matter of fact.
This height. Oh, jeez.
Well, here we go. You got your speakers on there? I think you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Oh, now the echo's gone.
Yeah. Show number 222. I'm wearing green. Today is St. Patrick's Day. Where's your green?
I can run upstairs.
No, you're good.
All right.
It's the Hammer Down Racing Report presented by Oakshade Raceway, coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Tonight on the show, we're going to be speaking to Rex LeJeune of Attica Raceway Park. And if you haven't heard, earlier today they have canceled this weekend's
because it's going to be wet
and cold.
Yeah,
that combination. So this Friday event at Attica has been canceled, and they chose not to go with the rain date of Saturday because it's going to be raining on Saturday too, from what I hear. So
and colder.
And yeah, it's just going to be snowy later, I think, in the day. Probably about the time they were going to race. Oh, yeah. So probably a good call there. But
we've got a lot to talk about with Rex.
A lot of other stuff there, so we'll give him a call here momentarily. First, have to mention Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race, racing every Saturday night. Follow them on social media or visit oakshaderaceway.com, and you can check out the brand new 2020 race schedule. I'm sure it's a text reminding me to do that. Yep, that's what it was.
You sent yourself a message reminding you to scroll on.
Nope, as a faithful listener did.
I see.
But, so the 2022 race schedule.
We've got them well-trained.
Available now, oakshaderaceway.com. Season kicks off April 30th, the Bill Reckner Memorial. We'll talk more about that schedule here later on in the show.
If one of the Oakshade folks would clarify it, one of our regular listeners mentioned that there was no championship night scheduled. I would think that that's probably the last night on the schedule, but are we racing for points?
Yeah.
Is there a championship?
I'm sure there will be.
Okay.
I just don't think it was indicated which night was the championship night. I don't know if it's been decided yet. That could be it. I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm speculating on this, but I believe that's happened in the past.
Well, you need to talk to the website manager and find out.
Hey, web guy, do you know what's going on? Nope. Big D's Pizza, subs, ribs, chicken, and more in Clyde, Ohio. Give them a call, 419-547-1444. Or you can order online at orderbigdspizza.com. They're serving Jig's dinner today.
Ooh.
I don't like that, but a lot of people do.
You know, we had ours last night because the show and
we're ruining St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
But you know what? We're having Reuben sandwiches tonight, which is leftover Jig's dinner.
If you don't like Jig's dinner, they do have pizza and new steak nuggets, which sound interesting.
Steak nuggets?
Breaded pieces of deep fried steak with your choice of dipping sauce.
Oh my!
Yeah, Dean Henry and those guys, they come up with some interesting things. They
weather,
have everything.
As soon as the weather warms up just a bit, Scott, I'm seeing another on location.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit about that, too.
Ooh,
so I think we'll make that happen. Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Dominator Race Products, and Headhunters Barber Studio and Salon. Got to thank them as well. All of our sponsors here at the Hammer Down Racing Report. Coming up a little bit later, we will give away some Big D's Pizza, as a matter of fact.
Ooh.
Yeah, right now, though, let's get Rex LeJeune on the phone here and talk about the 2022 season at Attica Raceway Park. That will now kick off next weekend.
Yeah, and it's going to be beautiful next week, right?
I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
Hello.
Hi, Rex.
Yeah.
It's Scott Hammer and Ron Miller, Hammer Down Racing Report. How's it going?
Okay.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Yeah, you too.
You doing anything? Are we interrupting your St. Patrick's Day festivities?
No, just got home a little bit ago and getting ready to watch some basketball games.
What? That's right. The tournament started today. I forgot about that. I didn't fill out a tournament. Who's you got money on the tournament this year?
No, nope.
All right.
Just watching.
It's probably the safest way to go. So Rex, you're the race director or director of operations at Attica Raceway Park. How many years before we start talking about the race season coming up there? How many years have you been involved with Attica Raceway Park?
Well, which time? I was a flagman from 1988 to 2006 when it opened, and then helped out a few other times flagging and so forth. And then we came in 2006 and been there ever since.
So did you get anybody telling you you're number one when you were flagging?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Do you still get that? And by any chance?
Oh yeah. Yep. Some things never change.
Gotcha. So we saw earlier today you pulled the plug on this weekend's scheduled racing, the opener. I'm assuming cold, wet is basically not today or yesterday, right?
No, beautiful today. I wish it could have been tomorrow, but like I say, they're calling for rain coming in anywhere from tomorrow afternoon all through the night, 95% tomorrow night throughout the evening, and then kind of going to get a little bit colder on Saturday and kind of an all-day rain on Saturday. So, once it starts on Friday, it's going to be no drying time, even if it did kind of quit on Saturday. But looks like the rain's going to, once it gets here tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, it's going to be around all day Saturday.
So definitely a good call. I think it'd be pretty miserable had you not, and probably not.
Yeah, like I say, it might not start till later on tomorrow afternoon, and we just didn't want to wait and get everybody down there, and with the fuel prices and everything, and then have to cancel once they get there. So just trying to look out for everybody's interest and try to make the call early enough to save everybody from trying to make the trip down.
Rex, you're pretty deeply involved with the racetrack. What are your thoughts about what the cost of racing is going to do this year?
Well, it's going to be interesting, as you know, Ron, the way the fuel prices are and, parts availability and, cost of tires these days, it's going to be a battle for everyone to get to the racetrack. And, like you say, sometimes throughout the year, maybe a rainout isn't bad to, get everybody, race teams and even fans a chance to regroup and, start back up the following week. We don't like to lose any races, but sometimes it might not be a bad idea. But what we've done this year, we've added what you probably are familiar with. We're one of the only tracks to give a bogey or a mulligan to the race teams if they happen to miss a race for any reason. Illness comes up, or like say down on an engine or so forth. We give them like 75 points that night as long as they don't race any other racetrack with the division that we race. It kind of keeps them involved in the points race a little bit. What we've done this year, we've added another one, so we're going to give them 2 this year. Just try to, maybe help race teams, get through the season. And I don't know if it's going to help or not, but, we're trying to do what we can and see how that works out for them.
Well, that's a pretty great idea. Hopefully some other tracks will look at doing that too. We were crunching some numbers last week, Rex, and just for a late model guy, it's going to cost $500 to get to the racetrack. By the time you figure fuel, 1 tire a night, a couple of pit passes, and the racetracks, their expenses are going up, so the racers can't expect the tracks to make up the difference. It's a real going to be an issue, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and like I say, some race teams are only going to be able to afford to race once a week, and like I say, they're going to have to kind of pick and choose on which events they want to go to, and another thing that we're able to do in our position, which is kind of nice, we've kept our weekly purses. We didn't raise them this year, which we sure wanted to, but we kept them where they were at, and added some big events, for all the divisions. With the 410 sprints, we have some 4,000 win races, along with 2 Word of Alloy events and 4 All-Star events, and the great 3 sprints that we have some special events for them. And then we have some, higher paying races with the UMP late models. We brought back the American Late Model Series for a 4,000 win race on Labor Day weekend, along with the Attica Oakshade Late Model, series that pays a little bit of point fund at the end of the year. So we're trying to do what we can, and we're still going to pay our $45,000 point fund at the end of the year. So we're still, proud to do that, with the great fans that we have and the support from the race teams and all our great marketing partners. We're able to, to maintain, at least do that to try to weather the storm here until, we can, see what happens down the road and get things maybe back to some normalcy. And I said, we're going to do that. And as you, said, Ron, it costs, race teams a lot to get to the races. Well, we had 4 vehicles running the last 2 days at the racetrack with diesel fuel, packing the parking lots down and packing the track down. So, we've done our part too. So it's not that we're just sitting around, we had 4 vehicles running, on the racetrack, and that doesn't even start, even we didn't even have to water or anything yet, so they say, that thing, adds up too with, diesel costs. And like I say, we had 4 vehicles running, Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday.
From the fan standpoint, admission prices are going to be the same?
Yep. As of right now for this year, we kept all the admission prices the same. And, I say we raised them a couple of years ago. We don't like doing that, but, as there's the cost of everything's gone up. So, we're just trying to, like I said, maintain and still put on a good program for the race teams and for the fans and do what we can. And like I say, we couldn't do it without our fans and without our great marketing partners. So,
and you got you got a fan appreciation night coming up July 1st, I believe it is. $10 general admission, $1 hot dogs, 50-cent popcorn. I mean, that's pretty cool. How can you afford that?
Well, it's just a little bit of way that we can get back to the race fans, So, and we still keep, some, tracks do it and, knock off their 1 or 2, main divisions, but we run all 3 of our main divisions with that. And, it's grown over the years and the fans look forward to that. And sometimes that might be the only time the fans can come out and see their races. So, we can get them there, at least one time. And, we allow them to go back in the pit area and get autographs and pictures with the drivers, after hot laps, and just try to make a family night out of it, right around the July 4th holiday weekend. So it's kind of been a tradition we've done, probably about 15, 16 years now. So it works out, and, we're able to do that once a year, right now. So we just want to keep doing that and allow the fans to come in at a good rate and see some good racing with all the divisions.
Dwayne Hancock is listening. He says that you're probably dancing in a leprechaun outfit right now.
No, not really. No.
Well, you mentioned
anything to say to Dwayne?
Yeah, I did mention that. Along with all what we talked about on our schedule. We still have the AFCS championship series for the 305 sprints and the 410 sprints. With the added point fund, that Dwayne puts together for both racetracks. And like I say, that just, adds, more money for the race teams to run for, with our special events, along with another, point fund at the end of the year. So we just need all that. And we're just, so thankful that we can all, put that together and get back to the race teams.
Well, that was pretty good of you to say that about somebody that suggested you might be dancing in a leprechaun outfit. I don't know where that came from, but
I probably should have done it the last couple of days before today.
So
you and Dwayne can work that one out.
So your season's kicking off next weekend now. Next Friday, I'm assuming it was the 410s, 305s, and late models, a regular show.
Yep, next Friday night, gates open at 5, racing at 7:45, and next week we do have another rain date for Saturday. And if we can't race on Friday, we're going to try to get Saturday in, and Saturday's early in the year, we can move the times up. So if it is a little bit cooler, we can get done earlier. So as of right now, the gates will open at 2:00 on Saturday, and we'll race at 5:00 if we have to use the rain date.
Now, what are some of the highlights of this year's schedule? I know you mentioned the American Late Model Series and some of the Attica Oakshade Late Model Challenge Series events.
Yeah, early in May, we don't run the 410 sprints early in May when Eldora has the 2-day World of Outlaw show. So we kind of run a little bit of a special for our late models that night, and we'll pay $3,000 to win for them on that night. And we have a couple of $2,000 to win shows. We team them up on Ohio Sprint Speed Week on Friday, June the 10th. And like I say, then when Labor Day weekend, we have bringing back the American Late Model Series. So we're excited about that.
And of course, a couple of World of Outlaw shows, the Brad Doty Classic, of course, as always. 15,000 to win still.
Yep, be 15,000 to win on Tuesday night, July 12th, and Outlaws come early in the year in May 20th to gear up for the Brad Doty Classic, and the reserve seats are on sale for both them events. And then also we, bring in the four times with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. We have them early in April with our traditional 2-day Spring Nationals on April 8th and 9th. And then we come back on Friday, June 3rd as a prelude to the following Friday when we bring them back for the first night of the Ohio Sprint Speed Week with the All-Stars. So four events with the All-Stars, and and then our 9 races we have the AFCS 410 sprints, and then we have I think our 305s are on the program probably around 20 times this year in our 25 race schedule. So big things for the 305s, great car counts, and that division keeps growing, and looking forward to some new drivers coming on board this year.
Now, why this year I noticed that both Oakshade and Attica have 4 races for the Late Model Challenge Series as opposed to the 3 that's been in previous years?
Well, we added that because typically we end up losing 1, possibly even 2. So just to get them on the schedule early, so everybody can kind of plan on it. We just added 1, to each track. If we can get them all in, that'd be great. But like I say, with the little 6-race schedule, and I think last year, unfortunately, Oakshade only ended up with 1, and they had to reschedule and try to scramble and find one. So talking to Christy, we just decided to do 4 at each track right off the bat. That way we can kind of just get it on the schedule, and that way everybody knows what's going on.
And what's that championship pay?
I believe if we have all our sponsors back, it was like $1,200 to win or $1,500 to win for a mini series. So it wasn't too bad. The top 4 in points, combined points for both tracks. It got some points on money. So there's great marketing partners in that with Dwayne and Elliot Audrey. Steps up with the Dirt Nerds podcast and so forth. So we can't do without all of them.
Excellent. Now I know, was it last year or the year before you guys added some more capacity to the grandstands? Is there any other changes that fans can expect to see this year, or drivers?
Well, the fans can. It doesn't really do anything for the racing per se, but cooperation with the Attica Fair Association, they tore down the block building behind the grandstands that we use for our souvenirs and for our photo booth, and they put up a brand new pole barn. It's just not quite finished yet with the weather. They're waiting to get a little bit more warm weather here and pour the cement for the floor and for the patio, but put a nice big addition, a big nice barn behind the grandstand. So we'll use that. It has some canopies there where we can put some picnic tables underneath the canopies to block the fans from the sun, to sit there and they can eat and enjoy a good time on a Friday night. So that's one of the major improvements that we made. Other than that, we just try to, maintain and clean the place up and do some more painting and just stuff like that. Normal.
We have some Fremont truck listeners that were asking about why there weren't more dirt truck events on the schedule.
Well, it's just hard to run 4 divisions, and we have 3 pretty good, strong divisions, and we just can't run 4 divisions, and it's just kind of hard to knock off one of our regular divisions that support us every week. We love to have the trucks, but on a Friday night, you're just so backed up with time wise that we can't start any earlier to get the 4 divisions going. So we do bring them in on Friday, May the 6th, I believe, when we don't run 410 sprints. So hopefully they'll come over and support it like they always do. And like if there's any time we can somehow add them, we will be sure to do that. But like I say, with Friday night racing and the good car counts that we have in all 3 divisions, it's just kind of tough to add any more races to the program.
Now, is the schedule for this year, is it set in stone, or is it possible there could be any changes or additions made at some point during the year?
Well, there's always could be changes made. Just never know with weather. Anything could happen. Parts wise, or some divisions might be way low on parts, or you don't have car counts or something where we can add something to get the fans a good show. So we're open to do whatever we can to make it better for the fans and for the race teams.
It seems that in the past few years that the tracks have been a little bit more fluid as far as the schedule goes, especially was it 2 or 3 years ago, the Ohio Sprint Speed Week, where where everything got rained out and they were kind of shifting things and they made it work, which was pretty cool. And I think that's probably an indication of the social media age where you can communicate these changes pretty effectively.
Well, and it was pretty cool, Scott, with the racetracks working together to make that happen.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah. So
we were able to do that Labor Day weekend on Saturday with the All-Star Sprints on Labor Day weekend on the Saturday. Friday looked like there was rain coming in on Saturday, and we got together with the All-Stars, and we were able to move the time up real early on Saturday to try to beat the rain. And the only way you could do that nowadays is with, social media getting the word out. And like I say, we did what we could, and we moved it up, and we even moved it up a little bit earlier after we got going, just to make sure with the rain coming in. And a few of the fans were kind of upset because they missed a heat race or two because we started earlier than what we were supposed to. And we were lucky, because if we wouldn't have started that early, I didn't even get back to the office and it started pouring. So we were just lucky to get the whole show in. But like I say, you only can do that nowadays with all the social media and people getting the word out.
Absolutely. I saw that there were some changes to the camping policies for this year.
Yeah. Last year, I think they finished it during the season, actually. The Attica Fair Association stepped up, and they put a lot of money into the camp area over there in off of turns 1 and 2, and added water and added 50 amp services, and they got 90 some or 100 and some spots over there. And they want to use that campground area just for the campers only. So anybody that comes into the fairgrounds, we're trying to open up for more parking for the spectators. That the only place you can camp will be over there in turns 1 and 2, or if you're primitive camping with, a tent, a pop-up tent or what have you, you can still park across the road there up by the back line there, where they like to gather back in there and park. But any campers that come in, they'll be parking only over there off the turns 1 and 2. And the fair board will be getting some information out here real soon. They'll be taking reservations starting with the Attica Spring Nationals on April 8th and 9th for reserved camping spots. But for our weekly shows, other than the specials, it's the first come, first serve. You don't have to reserve any spots. And it'll be $35 a night, and that'll include water and your 50 amp electrical hookup. So it's really nice over there now. And like I say, I just wanted to kind of keep everybody together over there. And sometimes campers park a little bit too close to the buildings, and they don't want to have any fire issues or anything. So just want to keep everybody over in the camp area off of turns 1 and 2. Is
there any charge for camping in the primitive area?
No, not across the road. If you don't use any electric or water over there, that's, you can just go over there and camp free and hang out.
All right. I know we always ask you this every year, and you always give a politically correct answer with not really giving an answer. But what event are you most looking forward to at Attica this year?
I probably have to say that for this year, Ohio Sprint Speed Week, we're going to honor Bert and Bridget Emick, the original All-Star Circuit champion owners of the series that started it way back in 1978 or 79. Hopefully they're going to come up from Florida and hang out for the weekend, and we're calling it the Bert and Bridget Emick Classic. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one. Hopefully Bert and Bridget can make it up, and the Hammers will come over and hang out with them, and maybe we'll have some other people that worked with them over the years come and honor them that night. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you giving us the time here on it's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it is.
I forgot what holiday it was.
Look at your shirts.
Yeah. Attica Raceway Park. AtticaRacewayPark.com. You can check out the entire schedule there. Follow you on social, Attica Raceway Park on Twitter and Facebook. Best ways to keep up to date and everything going on.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
All right. Well, good luck. We hope the weather is like it was today on Friday next week.
That'd be great. Guys, thanks for having us on. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks, Rex.
Thank you, Rex.
Yep. Talk to you guys later.
Later. There you go. It's Rex LeJeune of Attica Raceway Park, Director of Operations out there. Original plan was to get started this weekend, but things kind of fell. Are you looking at the weather for next week now?
Not a chance.
Yeah, it's kind of what it doesn't look like. Coming up a little bit, we're going to be giving away Big D's Pizza. New rule this week, too. I was speaking with Dean at Big D's. You have 30 days to claim your pizza. You can't wait more than 30 days. If you win a pizza, you have 30 days from the night you want it to claim your pizza. After 30 days, it's like a coupon. It expires.
Oh.
So apparently he's had some issues with people from like a couple of years ago that won and want to redeem their pizza. He's like, that's a lot of stuff to keep track of. I can't keep track of all that stuff. So we're going to make it easy.
I understand that one of our associate producers is going down on Sunday.
Really?
And yeah.
Kemmer? Young
John.
Oh, yeah, he's always there. He just won last week, didn't he? Or a couple weeks ago. No, he won on Sandusky's thing.
Yeah.
That's right, I was watching it. Speaking of the Sandusky thing.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Even gets that.
You can take Rex off.
Yeah, I guess. Not speaking to Rex anymore, but Tuesday night, and I guess you were speaking with Chris Mize of Sandusky Speedway.
I was.
They announced that the Spring Cavalcade has been canceled. So, if you have any insight in that, please share. They mentioned that the grounds are too wet.
There was an electrical issue. They're not certain as to when the components to fix that are going to be available. The grounds.
That was for their transponder system, I believe.
Yeah.
They said, yeah.
Yep.
So, but, and there's a big but there.
There's a caveat.
Big fat but.
Yeah.
I was going to let you spill the beans.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I don't know.
You started.
All right. That the late models, is it the late?
Yep.
The late models could come back.
The UMP late models and Oakshade Bombers, Fremont
Super
trucks.
Stocks. Dominator Super Stocks.
Sorry.
Come on now.
Yep.
And the Fremont trucks, they could reschedule that for the fall.
For the fall cavalcade.
Yeah. Which will be in October, I do believe. That they got to make sure that all works out with all the other schedules.
Sure.
Too. So I mean, that's a possibility. So there you go. My car's all ready for Sandusky, and now I got to take all the asphalt tires off and change it back. So yeah.
That'll take what, half hour?
No, not that fast. The World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars were in action at Thunderbolt Raceway in California last Friday. Giovanni Selzi was the winner on Friday night. Saturday night, Kyle Larson picked up the World of Outlaws Sprint Car victory before heading over to Phoenix to race in the Cup race. Next up for the World of Outlaws, tomorrow night at Merced Speedway in California as they continue their California swing, and then Ocean Speedway on Saturday.
I think that's Merced, but that's okay.
It's Merced. I've renamed it.
Okay. Whatever, Scott. You've renamed a lot of things,
I
buddy.
know. Drivers, I renamed drivers too, and they're okay with it. I never hear anything about that. ARCA Menard Series also in action at Phoenix Raceway last weekend, Friday night. Taylor Gray picking up an emotional victory there in the General Tire 150. As you recall, last week his hauler driver was killed in an accident while driving his car out to Phoenix.
A couple crew members were injured too. So
yeah, I haven't heard the update on them. Have you?
I have not.
Okay, well, I haven't heard anything bad, so I
Right.
guess that's a good thing. Next up for the ARCA Menard Series is the General Tire 200 at Talladega Super Speedway.
I was really impressed, Scott, with the number of cars that were there.
How many? I didn't actually
I
see.
think they started 32 cars.
And that was a ARCA Series proper and ARCA
Menards.
Series West combined event.
Right.
I believe. So I don't know if that may have contributed more cars or not.
But it was good car count. Keep up the good work, guys.
Yeah. Well, we see that at Toledo at the end of the year.
Ooh, that'd be big.
Okay. NASCAR action Sunday. Chase Briscoe picked up his first Cup win in the Ruoff Mortgage 500 at Phoenix. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, it's a good race to watch.
Next up for the Cup Series is the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway on Sunday at 3 o'clock on Fox, which could be interesting because new cars and new track.
Yeah, they've completely reconfigured the track. They've changed the banking.
And they have not a restrictor plate, but some kind of
Yeah, I know.
taking away horsepower to try. They're trying to get pack racing, from what I read, at a 1.5 mile oval.
Yep.
So nobody knows what the Cup race is going to be like on Sunday. It could be interesting, or it could be trash. We don't know.
Managed racing.
We shall see. The Xfinity Series also in action out in Phoenix. Noah Gragson picked up the United Rentals 200 win. Next up for the Xfinity Series is the Nally Cars 250, also at Atlanta Motor Speedway this weekend, Saturday. It's at 5 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. Before we get to some news here, make sure to contact Freeze Frame Photos for all your racing photo needs. From action shots to victory lane, they have all your favorite drivers. They also have your least favorite drivers. They got pictures of me. I'm probably in the least favorite thing.
Everybody loves Scott.
They got pictures of Ron. They got pictures of Jerry.
Old pictures of us, too.
I don't really have that many old pictures.
Oh, well, I do.
Yeah, probably from before I was born, there's racing pictures of you.
Could be.
Give Charlie a call. He does special photo shoots by appointment. Maybe you got your car put together and you want to get some cool shots of it before you get it out to the track. Now's the time to do that. Get a whole bunch of prints to hand out during the season. 419-476-9978. They also have other custom items you can get with photos on them as well. Freeze Frame Photos online on Facebook. If you search Freeze Frame Photos online, I believe you can check some of that stuff out. Also, Dominator Race Products. Welcome them as our newest show sponsor. Check out DominatorRaceProducts.com to check out hood scoops, nose, tail, and other body panels, wheel covers, and other parts for dirt late models, modified sprint cars, street stocks, and more. You can also call 419-923-6970. And Dominator Race Products available at
speed shops all over the area.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some kind of adjective to put in front of that, but that works.
Yeah.
Including Ron Miller Race Cars, as a matter of fact.
Especially Ron Miller.
So you could call Ron Miller Race Cars at 734-856-7223 for those Dominator Race products or other parts, safety equipment, service, everything a racer needs. Drive shafts.
Drive shafts.
Yeah.
We have drive shafts for Dominator Race Products Super Stocks.
There you go. New documentary film called The Hit on the Tony Stewart Kevin Ward incident premiered at the DC Independent Film Forum, winning the Best of Metro DC category. The documentary is currently making film festival rounds and should be available to the general public after it makes those events.
Really?
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if it'll show up on like Netflix or something.
Hard telling.
Yeah, I'm sure Tony probably wants to just kind of move on past that and probably not so happy this is back.
Hey, if he can make a buck off of it, he'll do it.
I don't think he's making a buck off of it, though.
Really?
No, it's not. I don't think so. I don't think he's involved in it.
Oh.
I don't know the details. I just thought that was interesting that somebody had made a documentary on that. The 2023 Cup Series race schedule could be announced this summer instead of in the fall, as it normally is. So we could know where they're racing next year a little earlier.
Wow.
But no indications as far as what tracks they may race at. I know there's talk about the Chicago road course, street course race.
Yeah.
People have been pushing for that. That's up in the air. No, I have no inkling as to a yay or nay on that. That's and everything's a possibility at this point.
They haven't cleared it with you yet,
No,
Scott?
they did not ask me yet.
Oh, jeez.
Do you know who Adam Carolla is?
I think.
He used to be on the Man Show, Comedy Central.
Okay.
Adam Carolla, he's also a comedian, author, radio personality. He's going to make his Trans Am by Pirelli National Series debut next month at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca, on April 23rd. Carolla does have racing experience with a Trans Am podium finish in a Corvette C7R in the West Coast Championship in 2017.
Really?
So, yeah, I did not know Adam Carolla was a racer. It'd be interesting. I think Natalie Decker does stuff with Trans Am Series. I'm not sure if it's the same series, but she could be racing head-to-head with Adam Carolla.
All right.
Less than 100 days until the 37th Dirt Car Summer National season begins, and the schedule is getting a boost. 5 new dates have been added, along with 2 date changes creating a 33-race stretch from mid-June to late July with the increasing cost. I don't know if that's a good thing. Added to the schedule is Red Hill Raceway in Sumner, Illinois on Tuesday, June 28th, Benton Speedway in Benton, Missouri on Wednesday, June 29th, Montpelier Motor Speedway, kind of already talked about that, Montpelier, Indiana on Wednesday, July 13th, Shady Hill Speedway in Indiana. It's in Indiana. We're just going to say that. And that's going to be on Thursday, July 14th, and Winston Speedway in Rothbury, Michigan on Tuesday, July 19th. Knox County Fair Raceway in Knoxville, Illinois has been moved to Tuesday, July 5th, and Fayette County Speedway in Brownstown, Illinois has been moved to Wednesday, July 6th.
33 races.
A little bit of shuffling there, yeah. So that's one of those fluid schedules. The Bristol Dirt Nationals at the Bristol Motor Speedway kicks off for practice on Monday, March 21st, with practice and racing on Tuesday, March 22nd, featuring modified stock cars, sport mods, hobby stock, 602 and 604 late models. Super late models will join the schedule on the weekends. Check out racexr.com for more information. All races will be streamed on XR Plus. Do you have that? I'm not familiar with XR Plus.
I don't know.
I think they may have done it last year.
I might.
Matt Hagan gave Tony Stewart Racing his first NHRA Camping World Drag Racing Series victory at Amalie Motor Speedway, or Amalie Motor Oil NHRA Gator Nationals at Gainesville Raceway on Sunday. I had a hard time spitting that one out. Waynesfield has added an additional class to the opener coming up on April 2nd. The UMP Modifieds will be in action in addition to the previously announced 410 Sprints, NHRA 360 Sprint Invaders, and
that could be a fun
T2
show.
Midgets. Yes, I'd like to see the NHRA cars on that little track.
They'd get going pretty good down the straightaways.
Already mentioned Sandusky Speedway had canceled their spring cavalcade, citing wet ground and electrical issues. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Atomic Speedway. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series officials and Atomic Speedway officials agreed to move Friday's Buckeye Spring 50 to Sunday after the Indiana icebreaker at Brownstown Speedway due to the forecasted rain. Same reason that Attica has canceled for this weekend. These events will now take place Saturday, March 19th. It's going to be Brownstown, and then Sunday will be at Atomic, March 20th. So hopefully I think Sunday's supposed to be pretty nice.
It is.
As long as they don't get dumped on too much down there.
A little cooler, but
57, not bad. Yeah. NASCAR will now mandate aluminum rain flaps when racing on wet road courses to help with visibility issues from water spray. You think that's going to help?
Right.
Another change they made for this year when racing in wet conditions on road courses is that the teams will have an option to come in and switch to wet weather tires when they announce the wet conditions, when they throw a yellow flag, basically. They can come in, change, and they'll get their position back on the track.
I'm still stuck on mud flaps on race cars, Scott. Crying
front and
loud.
back. There was a picture in the article.
I know.
Little
freaking mud flaps.
Yeah. I don't think they'll do much, but
all right.
I guess that they're making an effort, right? The PJ1 traction compound that NASCAR requests at some tracks to help improve racing is causing issues for IndyCar at Texas. Did you hear about that?
I didn't.
They in an effort to keep from single file racing, all drivers using the bottom lane below the PJ1 in the IndyCar series. IndyCar is considering several options to remove the PJ1 compound, including dragging steel mesh or a chemical wash to try to remove the PJ1. Because I guess the IndyCars, it doesn't work for them like it does for the Cup cars.
Really?
So they've all been racing single file below the PJ1.
I like it in NASCAR.
Yeah, well, apparently it doesn't work for these guys. There's a third option, though, and it sounds like this may be the route they go, where they're going to have a special session allowing the drivers to go out and run the second groove in and lay down rubber in it so that there's some traction up there for them.
Okay.
Yeah. So some issues with, and I think that's going to be what's his face's first oval race in an IndyCar, Jimmy Johnson.
Oh yeah.
So he may know how to use the PJ1 compound.
Not if it doesn't work.
Oakshade Raceway announced their 2022 race schedule at oakshaderaceway.com. Season kicks off with the annual Bill Rector Memorial on April 30th. The Dirt Track Truck Series is back on June 4th. Barney Oldfield race takes place June 18th. The birthday race, as we've been mentioning, has been set for July 16th. The Super Stock Spectacular, that's what we're going to call it now.
Okay.
Formerly the Bomber Spectacular, is going to be September 17th. There's going to be 4 Oakshade Raceway, Attica Raceway Park Late Model Challenge Series dates. Those dates are May 14th, June 25th, and that'll also be the Night of Wheels. Thank you, Dan Rice, for letting me know that. July 9th, which will also be Vintage American Race Cars.
Right.
And then the last Late Model Challenge Series date is August 27th.
Now, the Super Stock Spectacular, that's a full show too, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we got full shows, I think, pretty much through the end of September. But the schedule is subject to change.
Right.
So, to check out that schedule again, check out oakshaderaceway.com. NASCAR is exploring electric racing series options. Yeah, and I saw there's a fake tweet, like a screenshot of a fake tweet going around.
Could they put playing cards on the spokes on their one lug nut wheels so they made some noise like your like your bicycle did when you were a kid?
Is it Formula E? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, that seems to do. I was reading some things about it. They have like a different lane where they can go faster or something. I don't know. I was interested. I was like, what? It's like a video game where you hit the little zip strips and you go faster all of a sudden. I don't know. Yeah, that's from right
underground charging.
It sounds like they're
stations.
gonna create it. It'd be like a separate series, kind of like the Formula E,
Yeah.
or like the Xfinity series, probably your truck series. I don't know. It'd be an accompanying event for the Cup series. Yeah. Right now, though, they're just in the exploring phase. It sounds like they're taking the temperature of how the fans feel about it. So, and apparently, I know the old school people are feeling not so much into it.
Yeah, the good old boys. I'm not sure how they're going to feel about that.
I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I'll give it a chance. But you're right. Without the part of, I mean, you'd be missing a key component of going to the racetrack, which is the sound. Unless maybe you put
And the
headphones
aroma.
on and you.
And
Yeah,
the
you're right.
aroma.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
They could put some fans with some. I don't know. I don't even care. It's not my problem. So somebody else can figure it out. So we're up to how many? You want to win a free pizza here on St. Patrick's Day?
I do.
You do? Well, we're not going to find out the winner for this week's how many until next week. But there's a lot of people that are going to be in the running for it, I think. Because, well, first let's take care of last week's how many. Last week's how many was how many sprints were going to be at Thunderbolt Speedway for the World of Outlaws show on Saturday that Kyle Larson won. There was 32. Between us, I was closest. I picked 23. Were. I think you went over 24.
I think I went under.
You went over.
Okay.
Our listener winner was actually, you know what? I believe we got to spin the Big D's pizza wheel.
Really?
Yes, I forgot about this. I forgot to get this ready. Talk about Ron Miller race cars for a second.
Oh, I can't.
Why not?
All right. Yeah, we have been busy, Scott. Everybody took the winter off, and
yeah. Speaking of which, where am I in that line of things? Am I in the top 10 yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, and Order Don's had a couple of issues that have slowed him down a little bit, but yeah, we're doing okay.
Okay. Well, we got a tie this week.
Really?
Yes. Between at least I think we did. Maybe I got this wrong. I think I wrote down the wrong number. Yes. So Nancy Schoenauer guessed 30.
Yep.
And Matt Swander, I believe, guessed 34.
Okay, and it was
32.
Oh.
So we're going to have to break a tie here. We are going to have to spin the Big D's Pizza Wheel, which has now been loaded with their names. And we're going to bring that up here.
In just a moment.
Right now. Right now. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's spin this guy and see who's going to win a Big D's Pizza. Again, don't forget, once you win, you have 30 days from tonight to claim your pizza. Click to spin. There we go. We're spinning. Round and round it goes. And I'm going to guess it's going to be Nancy.
That's what it says.
Yeah. Congratulations, Nancy. You are our how many Big D's Pizza winner for this week. You want a shot at next week?
Sure.
We're not even going to guess.
Really?
No, we can. But since I won, I get to go first.
Or have to.
Yeah. I'm going to pick 0.
How many cars are going to be at Attica?
There you go. How many 305s will be at Attica on Friday night? You can guess whatever you want. Telling you the number is going to be 0.
That's sad.
If you want to win a chance to win a Big D's Pizza,
we got to do something so we could have a winner next week.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of people on the Big D's Pizza Wheel. There'll be a lot of slices.
Really?
A lot of slices. Assuming the people are listening and understand that there's not going to be any 305s.
Oh, come on, don't give away.
Oh, okay. There could be one. Maybe somebody will show up. Just put your guess as to how many 305s will be at Attica Raceway Park tomorrow night. That's Friday night, the 17th, 18th. And it's got to be a number. You can't type out a word. I don't accept words, Gretchen Knapp.
Let's be really benevolent too. It could be Friday or the rain date on Saturday.
Or Saturday. Okay, yeah, we'll open it up.
Yep.
There you go. Go ahead and put your guess in the comments. Joshua, I think, yep, that's a good guess there. 5. That seems accurate. So you can put your guess in the comments. We're going to leave this open until, I'll give you until noon on next Thursday.
We'll have to have somebody let us know because there could be some racers that don't use social media that will show up.
Well, I'll talk to Rex before next week and find out if anybody actually showed up. But you can put your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live until Thursday, next Thursday, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 24th? 24th? I think it's 24th.
Today's the 17th. That'd be
24th, yeah. The 24th at noon. Noon on Thursday. Gretchen doesn't want a black flag. Well, you didn't put a number in. You put a word in. So you can only guess once with a number.
Good thing you didn't put a number in yet, Gretch.
Yeah. Yes. Dean Henry says 23. Dean's usually pretty good at guessing. So,
yeah.
There you go. So for a chance to win that Big D's Pizza, if you're listening to us on the podcast, you got time. If you're listening to us over the weekend, you can just head on over to our Facebook page, HammerdownRacingReport.com. All the links are there. That'll link to our Facebook page there. Just find our Facebook Live and just put your guess in the comments there. Or you could do it in the YouTube Live. We'll count the YouTube Live too. So there you go. By the way, the number is going to be 0. Just a hint. A little hint.
How do you know that?
Let's take a look at this week's Big D's Pizza Racing menu. Well, we got nothing because it was just going to be Attica Raceway Park was going to open things up for us, but now we're going to have to wait another week. They will be the lone track in action next weekend, and then 2 weeks from this weekend, I believe, is Waynesfield's opener.
Yeah.
That's going to be April 2nd already. So our Big D's Pizza Racing menu will be expanding within the next few weeks. So thanks to our associate producer, Dave Kemmer, who apparently wants to go watch hockey because all his races are getting rained out. I'm okay with that. Also, our contributors, Matt Swander, John Young, Doug Dock, Bob Stachek. Next week on the show, we got AJ.
AJ Nylander.
AJ Nylander from Down Under.
Yeah.
Late model driver.
All of our Australian listeners, tell your friends. We're exactly 12 hours behind you, so Friday morning, your time, 7 o'clock, tune in.
Is he going to be up?
Oh, yeah.
Is he calling us? Is he going to be on? Are we going to see him?
I think so.
Okay, good. I was going to say, I don't think I have international calling on my phone. we can get him on.
So we can figure it out. But yeah, Heather said she can figure it out. They've got a couple of 6-year-old grandkids, so.
They got the internet down there?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. They got Mad Max, too.
It's upside down, though.
I bet it is. If you want to call and leave us a message to get played back on next week's show, feel free to call the Hammer Down hotline. That number is 419-318-3081. 419-318-3081. Haven't had a call in a couple weeks. I haven't. Maybe I should call and make sure it's still working. I'm sure it is. There you go. That's it. That's all I got. I got nothing.
Okay.
I got nothing more on that. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Hammer Report, follow us on YouTube, listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Check us out at HammerDownRacingReport.com, and while you're there, join the Hammer Down Army, our newsletter.
Yeah.
I haven't sent one out yet, but we got a few subscribers on there.
All right.
Yeah, and maybe we'll pass along some special deals from any of our sponsors. That exclusive deals. And make sure to rate and review us and share us with your friends. And I just want to point out we didn't have any barking dogs tonight.
It's pretty quiet.
I know. That was one of the reviews. We need some more reviews. As long as they're not one. I won't accept that. You can say bad things about us, but just don't give us a 1 star. That's all I ask. Please.
Yeah.
Thanks again to all our sponsors, Oakshade Raceway, Big D's Pizza, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Dominator Race Products, Headhunters Barber Studio and Salon down there in Perrysburg. I think I might have to go down there and get my hair cut this weekend.
Nothing else going on.
No. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll have a preview of Waynesfield.
All right.
We'll either have Shane Helms or Brian Lithsky.
Or both.
Or both, yeah, I suppose that's possible. And as we mentioned, AJ Nylander next week here on the Hammer Down Racing Report.
It'll be a good show.
I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of history with that family.
Okay. I'm going to have to do my homework, apparently.
Yep.
Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. We're going to cut out of here a little bit early, and hopefully, and we're working on something new for next week.
Yeah?
Yeah. We'll see if it works.
If anybody wants to do a little bit of homework on Alan Nylander, LMRWA on Facebook, Late Model Racing, Western Australia. Just type in LMRWA. They've got some information on AJ and a lot of information on the racing that's going on down there. So check them out.
All right. We're out. We'll see you next Thursday, 7 o'clock. Till then, bye-bye.
Time for leftover jigs dinner.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.